Welcome to WGE TV News, where you get your news straight from the streets. Today we're going to talk about 42 Dugg and Sada Baby with their existing feud. The two artists inherited their beef from the long-standing feud within their gangs. There's been a war between the 6 Mile 42 Hustle Gang, which is a set of the Crips, and the 7 Mile Blood Gang, SMB, and the two artists are standing right in the middle. 42 Dugg born Dion Marquise Hayes on November 25th, 1995. Dugg is from 6 Mile on the east side of Detroit. 42 represents the gangs he's affiliated with. 6 Mile 42 Hustle Gang, which is a set of the Crips. These are direct enemies with the 7 Mile Blood Gang, SMG. Dugg was in the street at an early age. In 2010, he was arrested at only age 15. He did 4 years in prison for carjacking and possession with a firearm. He got an additional 2 years for fighting with an inmate. When he got out of jail, he focused strictly on music. When he got out of jail, he dropped several projects, like the 11241 mixtapes, and features with artists like 42 Twins, who were popular in the Detroit area at the time. In 2017, the well-known Detroit rapper Tee Grizzley signed 42 Dugg to his Grizzly Gang record label. In 2018, at age 22, he dropped his first song, Mama I'm Sorry, which was an apology to his mother. 42 Dugg gained attention online when he dropped his song called The Streets, featuring Babyface Ray. The same year, while shooting dice with Tee Grizzley in LA, he met Atlanta rapper Lil Baby. When he first met Lil Baby didn't even know that 42 Dugg was a rap artist. In the beginning, they were just gambling partners. Lil Baby asked to hear 42 Dugg's music, and they forged their relationship. In 2018, he felt he was being taken advantage of by Tee Grizzley, and he bought himself out of his deal. He had several hits with Lil Baby, including Grace and We Paid, which elevated his level of popularity. He also caught the eye of Yo Gotti. March of 2019, he signed to Yo Gotti's collective music group, CMG, along with Lil Baby's music group, 4 Pocketful, 4PF. CMG has a partnership with Interscope Music. The label has quite a few big artists. They have 42 Dugg, Moneybagg Yo, and of course Lil Baby. We Paid became his first top 10 record on Billboard 100. He dropped several mixtapes, Young and Turned 2, Freedom Boys, that charted on the Billboard 100. He was on his way. Now on the other side of Detroit, we have Sada Baby, who's also taken off at the same time. Sada Baby born Quesada Aaron Sorrell on November 17, 1992 on the east side of Detroit, also known as Scuba Steve. From the ages 9 to 11, he sang at his church. He started making music around 2013. After 3 years of putting in work in the music game, he hadn't made any money, so he decided to throw in the towel. So he enrolled in a culinary program at Schoolcraft College. In 2016, when he was thinking he was just going to give up, he decided to enter a rap competition called Imported from the D. He beat out 12 other components to take the win. Sada Baby, being from the 7 Mile area, decided he would join the gang at age 22. He joined the 7 Mile Blood Gang, SMB, which are sworn enemies of the 42 Hustle Gang. Sada started releasing music and had a breakthrough mixtape called Scuba Sada in 2017. That same year, he signed a new mixtape named DON with his friend Tee Grizzley and his record label Grizzly Gang. In 2018, Detroit's Sada Baby dropped a breakout song called Blocks Party, and the video got over 100 million views on YouTube. Sada Baby ended up leaving Tee Grizzley's gang, claiming he wasn't getting enough attention. Soon after, he became the very first artist to ink a deal with the newly restructured Asylum Records. As I mentioned earlier, there has been a war between the 6 Mile Hustle Gang and the 7 Mile Blood Gang. This has been going on for years, and it finally came to a head on July 14, 2014, when 42 Twins, Michael and Marte Davis, had a meeting with their parole officer in Detroit. Both of them have identical convictions for armed robberies. At the exact same time, Billy Arnold, the 7 Mile's Blood Gang leader, had a meeting at the exact same parole office. Billy saw the twins and he called the homies along with Blood member Corey Bailey, also known as Cocaine Sonny, for backup. The 42 Twins jumped in the car along with the 2 other Hustle Boy members. One by the name of Juwan Neff Page. The 7 Mile Bloods chased them down. The Hustle Boys traveled for about 4 miles before approaching the intersection of Grand River Avenue and Oakland Boulevard on Detroit's west side. Arnold and Bailey leaned out of the car and opened fire. Michael Davis was shot in the chest and he survived. Juwan Page, unfortunately, was shot in the face and shot in the chest, and he laid in a coma for weeks before he passed away. The death of Juwan Page helped create a new alliance on the east side of Detroit. The Hustle Boys, 6 Mile Cheddar, Max Out 220 Gang united against the 7 Mile Bloods. This led to a lot of bodies. Sada Baby and 42 Dugg did not have a personal beef, but because their gangs are sworn enemies, they too are enemies. Things took a turn for the worse when Tee Grizzley, that popular rapper from Detroit, started working with the two artists. Grizzley, who is also from Detroit, never clicked up with any gangs. He was in the streets, but he stayed to himself. Grizzley had a rough childhood. Later in life, he went to Michigan State. During college, he had money problems, so he ended up robbing the college student dorms. He was caught and kicked out. He also ended up doing a botched robbery at a jewelry store in Lexington, Kentucky. He was later arrested and sentenced to 9 months for the jewelry robbery and 18 to 15 years for the state robbery. In 2016, he was released from jail. He dropped a song called First Day Out, and it took off. He became the biggest artist in Detroit and started working with artists like Meek Mill and Lil Durk. Now, what does Tee Grizzley have to do with this beef? Grizzley started his own label called Grizzly Gang. Early on, Tee Grizzley did a song called Secrecy featuring the 42 Twins. Not too long after that song was released, he signed one of the enemies. You guessed it, Sada Baby. The 42 Twin went on to social media, dissing Tee Grizzley, calling him fake. Grizzley claimed he was only trying to show love and put money in everyone's pockets. 42 Twin responded, "Don't get your car flipped leaving off that block." This put Tee Grizzley right in the middle of this beef. Grizzley continued to work with 42 Dugg. And in 2019, they did a song with Dugg called MWBL. Shortly after the release in 2019, Grizzly's Aunt Jobina Brown, JB, who was Grizzly's manager, was killed when Tee Grizzley's black car was shot up. Grizzley was not in the car, as the car was out on the street while it was waiting for Grizzley. JB was shot 8 times and later died at the hospital. She also managed Sada Baby. Sada ended up leaving Grizzly's label. He felt he wasn't getting the attention he needed, and also he didn't like the fact that Grizzley was working with his enemies. So we now have a long-standing war between 42 Hustle Gang and the 7 Mile Blood Gang, SMB, and we know these two gangs have been at war for years. The beef between 42 Dugg and Sada Baby starts because of the issues within the Tee Grizzley camp and him working with both of the artists. The beef between the two further grows when 42 Dugg and Sada Baby were at a party in Detroit at the exact same time. 42 Dugg got up on stage with his homies and performed a Sada Baby diss song. Not long after, Sada Baby was robbed of his chains, jewelry, money, and drugs with his own gun in a studio. It was rumored that 40 Dugg was behind it. Meanwhile, Doughboy, a rapper from Cleveland, was going back and forth with Sada Baby and calling him a fake blood on social media. He posted about Sada getting robbed, telling Sada to tell the truth about the event.
I don't want to tell the people what happened to you. You tell them what happened. Tell them what happened. You so tough. Tell them what happened.
Sada responded back on social media, claiming it's all cap. Then Doughboy went on to tell the whole story on social media.
I'm gonna tell niggas how your chains got took. I'm gonna tell niggas how your bracelets, your watch, all that shit got took. Your drugs, your money, everything you had on you got took. I'm gonna tell niggas that. How you did you in the studio.
Big Sean did a song called Friday Night Cypher with Grizzly, Sada, and 42 Dugg. Sada later said that Dugg's verse was trash. He didn't know Dugg would even be on the song. The only reason he dropped the verse is he wanted to show Tee Grizzley that he rapped better than him. Months later, Sada was at a nightclub when the DJ was playing a Tee Grizzley song and a 42 Dugg song back to back. He made the DJ shut it down and posted it on social media.
I did not play no Dugg while I'm in this.
He also called his former music partner a disloyal fake gangster who hides in Detroit. 42 Dugg responds on 420 by smoking a blunt, saying he's smoking on Sada's dead homies.
They 420, man, we blowing healthy blood. We blowing healthy.
Both of the artists are now doing their thing and they're making lots of noise. 42 Dugg has songs with Future, Moneybagg Yo, Roddy Ricch, and his recent hit with Yo Gotti. Sada Baby's been having great success as well. Recently, he did a remix with Nicki Minaj and his song Whole Lotta Choppas and is turning into a TikTok viral sensation. They say music can bring us together, but it can also divide us. Who knows what's in store for these two artists? Hopefully they go on with great success, as we wish nothing but the best for the two. That wraps up the show today. We'll see you next time.